Test 1, 2. One, two, one, two, one, two. Nope. Good evening and welcome to this edition of Friday Night Football on AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with big brother Michael Healy. It's a big contest tonight as the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers take on the King Philip Warriors, a team that has beaten Xaverian this season. They come in at 4-0. Attleboro comes in at 3-1 after last week's tough loss for Milford. Mike, one thing we know about an Attleboro-King Philip game, it's going to be a rock'em sock'em hard-hitting football game.
It's always that, and KP's got a couple of injuries right now they're dealing with. Of course, Attleboro's given up a tremendous size disadvantage on the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
But we know this Attleboro team is going to scrap. And I think we got the national anthem coming up here, brother.
All right.
And I hope you get that field mic working.
Mike, if it wasn't for the last minute, a lot of things wouldn't get done. We got the field mic working just in time for our national anthem. I'm Paul Healy, along with big brother Michael Healy. We've been calling Attleboro games together since 2013, calling football games together since the 90s. And Mike, this is our second to last game we'll ever call together as you're heading to Colorado.
And I will miss everything about Attleboro High School football, and especially working with you, brother Paul. And let's hope we have a good night tonight, because anytime you're playing against KP, you're playing against a team that does not make mistakes.
Right.
They are fundamentally sound. They can kick it, they can punt it, they can run it, they can defend it, and they'll play action pass when you least expect it, and then they'll draw you offside. So they're one of those teams.
So you're saying they've been to 4 Super Bowls in the last 6 years because they're really good, not because they're wicked lucky?
Well, you know, there's luck. They talk about preparation meaning opportunity.
Yeah.
They're prepared and they're opportunistic. That's
Yes,
all
they
they
are. Yeah, Brian Lee is their head coach. Their offensive coordinator is Sean Hill, most recently at Nichols College. He was at Nipmuc in Central Mass before that. The defensive coordinator is Matt Wassel, who Mike had a nice meeting with before the game. The Blue Bombardiers are led by first-year coach Jim Winters, and I think the Bombardiers surprised just about every high school football fan in Massachusetts starting the season 3-0.
Including me.
Yeah.
And I'll say that right off the bat, but their coaching staff has come in. They've hit the ground running. They kept Bernsey as the defensive coordinator,
Yeah.
which is so instrumental to have a kid in the local school
Yeah.
who is also one heck of a football player here, just a great guy.
Yep.
And Jim Winters come in, and he's put a really nice squad together. It's going to be an uphill climb tonight, but it'll be a game worth watching.
Yeah, KP is much bigger on the line of scrimmage. The Bombardiers only have one returning starter on the line of scrimmage, Isaiah Miranda. He's a center on offense, defensive end on the boundary side on defense. Also the long snapper on punts. The other four offensive linemen are brand new. Cameron Gray, the sophomore tackle, 6'4", 254. Dan Haste, 5'9", 199 at left guard. By the way,
Very tough kid.
you'll see a lot of people wearing purple today. That's in honor of Dan's father, who recently passed away from cancer.
Oh, boy.
And there's some, they're bringing attention to that, which they should. The center, we told you about Isaiah Miranda, who's got a lot of personality. The right guard is Jack Fitzgerald, moving over from right tackle. And the new right tackle is former JV quarterback, former tight end wearing number 14. Now he's wearing number 52, and Jackson Huntington has gone from a quarterback to a right tackle in 4 weeks.
And he's going to be playing against one of the most ferociously clever defensive fronts in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. What a, welcome to the varsity.
Exactly. Here come the captains on the field for KP. It's Matt Kelly, a wide receiver, a cornerback, and a heck of a kicker. William Astorano, who's taken over at running back for the injured Rudy Gately, one of the great ones. Astoriano also plays defensive end. And Nathan Kearney, number 44, fullback on offense, defensive end on defense. For the Bombardiers, it's number 2, Spencer Shirk. He'll be the rover back today, or as Mike says, that's a fancy word for strong safety.
Yes.
Isaiah Miranda and the electric Anthony Salviati, a slot receiver, a strong safety, a place kicker, and a kick returner. And a lot of personality.
Great bunch of kids.
Yep.
They've surprised everybody so far, but this is one heck of a challenge tonight.
Exactly right. And there are some captains out there as well for the Attleboro youth program, the Whitehawks. That's a good thing to see.
Yes.
Coming into this game, King Philip, 4-0, 1-0 in the Kelly Rex division, 122 points scored, just 38 allowed. They have victories over BC High, Needham High, Xaverian, and a squeaker over Taunton, 26-24. When we had Coach Winters on my radio show, we listed a bunch of teams in the Hockomock League who are dynamite. We didn't say Taunton. Coach Winters said, don't forget Taunton, they're loaded too. I guess he was right. KP beat them 26-24, stopping a Tiger 2-point conversion at the bell.
Well, Taunton's center turns out to be the best high school power hitter in Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
Yes.
And a heck of a defensive tackle, too.
Yeah.
And Matt Walser was saying they gave him everything they could handle. And KP made a rare coaching mistake in that game.
Wow.
They went ahead 7-6.
Yeah.
And when they went ahead 13-6, the card that they work off, it said go for 2. But once again, when I used to coach, we only used that card in the fourth quarter.
Right.
And so, who won the toss?
KP won the toss. They deferred. The Attleboro Blue Bombardiers will receive.
So what happened was, if they kicked it, it would have been 14-6.
Yeah.
And Taunton doesn't have a kicker.
Right.
So now it would have been 14-12, but it was 13-12, so it went for 2 again. And anyway, it turned out it was 26-24, and if they just did the normal KP way, it wouldn't have been quite that close.
Exactly.
It still would have been very close, though.
The Attleboro Blue Bombardiers started off knocking off Durfee 35-6. They beat Bishop Feehan 27-7. An wow result.
Yes.
They beat New Bedford 20-0. Were knocked off by Milford 24-0. Mike said they played hard with Milford. You were at that game, played with them on the line of scrimmage. Darn those 3 interceptions that
Well,
hurt.
once again, you can't teach experience.
Yep.
You know, all you can do is learn. And I'm sure Matt Harvey learned a lot in that game. And by the way, Milford is really good.
This is AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with big brother Michael Healy. Dave Angel is on camera. Peter Bray running our graphics. Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. It is a beautiful early October night here at Tozer Cassidy Field. Stands are packed on the home side. Great energy in the stadium.
KP's got a couple of injuries we might want
That's
to
right.
mention.
Rudy Gately, their returning all-star running back, is out. He hyperextended his knee. They do believe he'll be back this season.
By the way, every bit as good on defense
He's
as
a
on
linebacker.
offense.
Yes, and they're missing their best two-way lineman, Sean King.
Just a bullet at nose guard and guard.
Right.
6 feet, about 250.
Filling in for him at right guard, I believe, is going to be Vernewick.
Okay. And then their quarterback's out on
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Thank you very
protocol.
much. Thomas
Yes.
McLeish, the 6'3", 175-pound junior, is on concussion protocol. Stepping in at quarterback, a sophomore, Thomas Kilroy. Sophomore, quarterback in the Hockomock League. No big deal, Mike.
Oh, my goodness. Not a good way to start. First game on the road. Didn't even know you were even going to be considered as a starter until Monday afternoon.
Right.
It's good, really.
Yep.
We might have a shot against these, the great Warrior teams over at King Philip. Here we go.
Attleboro will kick off right to left with Anthony Salviati. His sisters Sophie and Isabella were outstanding soccer players here. Mike, they go with a pooch, imitating last year a little bit.
Yeah.
Receiving at his own 22-yard line is number 28, Kyle Abbott. He's a starting running back. So a short kick to a starting running back moves from the 22-yard line all the way out to the 40-yard line.
Well, they don't run sideways. They're from KP.
Yeah.
They head north. 18-yard return, minus 40 to start, middle of the field. This first series is a big one.
So right at their own 40-yard line. First and 10, and yes, Mike, KP on the offensive line, the left tackle, Danson, 6'2", 225. The left guard, O'Neill, 6 foot, 250. The center is Murphy, 6 foot, 235. There's their eye. Verenick, the right guard, 6'2", 265. And the right tackle, Cisse, 6'6".
Whoa!
Oh, 265.
Inside blitz right at him in the dive play up the middle, and I think he might have lost. No gain.
Lako, number 22, Ethan Lako, and number 11, Brody McKenna, the middle linebacker, into the stop. No gain. Who carried that?
I was just going to ask you the same
25,
thing.
Astorino.
Yes.
For the Bombardiers, Miranda starting on the front line.
And
They
go from a two tight end and a flanker eye into one of the modern spread sets. Second play.
Huntington, who used to wear number 14, is the left defensive end, wearing 52 now. And there's a KP run for 5 yards.
Quarterback draw.
Wow.
It's a sophomore quarterback. Never played a varsity moment.
Spencer Shirk in there early. Again, another tackle for middle linebacker Brody McKenna, but Shirk coming up hard. Spencer likes to tackle, Mike.
Yes, he faked a setback to his side, just faked to the setback, led him through the hole, took on the linebacker, and he picked up 5 yards. It'd be 3rd and 5 from just inside the right hash mark on the 45-yard line.
At their own 45-yard line, no score, 10:34 to go. First quarter. Oh, there he is. Clock is moving.
The same spread formation. Now we get some motion.
2 tight ends, I believe, or a tight end to the right. Back to pass.
Screen.
Heavily pressured. Screen gets out there. Astorino with the catch. Abbott with the catch. And he's going to have first down yardage.
Boy, that was a great hesitation move he made. Our linebacker was out, had him. Is that Ethan Lako?
Lako is 22.
Yes, and he's hobbling off the field right now. That's never a good thing.
So that's Abbott. Mike, KP's run 3 plays. Brody McKenna's been in on 3 tackles. So that's a gain of 5 yards and 3 inches for the first down.
Look at this, no splits, straight T formation, 2 tight ends, fullback up the middle.
Had my head down, Mike, take it.
Well, the fullback went up the middle, got over 5 yards. Of course, you can assist runners right now. There were no splits. It was like toe-to-toe,
Yep.
2 tight ends, 2 halfbacks, gave it to the fullback right up the chute, 5 yards. I can't see. They always use 2 fullbacks.
Yep.
And I don't know if that's 44 who made the run. I'm going to give it to him because I'm a friendly guy.
And again, KP 9-3 last season, but made it all the way to the Division II Super Bowl final against an incredible Catholic Memorial team who ran that double wing offense with no splits.
That's right. Well, when there's no splits, how do you blitz it? And it's very easy, once again, if you get too tight to reach block you and get outside. Triple I this time, two tight ends.
Attleboro calls that a tank formation under Mike Strachan. Astorino hit at the line of scrimmage, keeps moving forward. He's going to be short of the first down, but he turned nothing into a 3-yard gain. Ran right behind Cisse, the tackle.
Once again, I thought they moved there, didn't you?
Pardon me?
I thought they moved on the line of scrimmage there, but I guess they got away with it. That's 28. Oh, it's 28 who carried the ball, not 25.
Okay.
Okay, number 28 is
Abbott.
That's Abbott. Kyle Abbott.
3rd down, 3 yards to go. At the 42-yard line of the Bombardiers. Power I right, 2 tight ends. They toss right.
Great
Huge
call.
collision. Gets the first down. Great job by Rivera at 147 pounds, an outside linebacker, taking on the lead blocker.
Did he make it or not?
He's a little short. It's going to be 4th and short. Again, the carry by Abbott. But Mike, Rivera not even trying to make the tackle. He's taking on the lead blockers.
But that's sound football.
Yep.
That's setting the edge. And when you go in low and hard like that and you upset the blocker, the running back virtually has to come to a dead stop before he makes the decision to cut up or go outside. It's a great play, 4th and 1.
Miranda's on the defensive line.
You know this is going to be a long count.
Yep. Unbalanced line to the right, Michael. With a triple I, now they move one of the fullbacks over to the right. More power that way. And they are trying to...
defensive discipline.
Bombardiers in a goal line defense, not going offside yet. And that's all they're trying to do is draw him off.
And they're going to call time.
Brian Lee, the great head coach for King Philip, son of the great John Lee from Walpole.
They didn't call time. They're just going to punt it away.
Wow.
My goodness.
54 for the Bombardiers. Jose Perez is that? No, I'm sorry. Shaheen Calixte, a 5'8", 45-pound sophomore, Mike, is getting a start on the offensive line. He's number 52 in your program. He's wearing 54 today for Attleboro.
Okay. Well, once again they have a very good punting team. Twin safeties back for Attleboro.
Now 4th and 5 from the Attleboro 46, and KP will punt. No score, just under 7:30 to go. Kelly with the punt. It's a beautiful spiral over Lako's head into the end zone.
Great block. Who made the great block which kept the cover man from number 5?
Number 5?
Yes.
Number 5, that's Aiden Ramirez.
Aiden Ramirez.
The great receiver and cornerback.
The right gunner was trying to get down to keep that ball in the field of play, and Ramirez, who was deep for the punt, saw what was happening, raced over, put a good hard block on him. Ball hit inside the 5 into the end zone. Really nice play by Ramirez. Gives Attleboro the ball on their own 20.
What a smart play. 7:15 to go. Good start defensively for the Bombardiers. Let's see what the offense can do, and I apologize for not giving Attleboro's full defensive line. 1st and 10, Matt Harvey at quarterback. High snap, looks to his left. Tries to get away from the fullback, out of the pocket, throws it away, incomplete.
Well, they came out trips left, and once again, the right defensive end for KP put on immediate pressure. You know, they're just so sound defensively, and that's one of their co-captains, number 44, Nathan Kearney. And Harvey did a really nice job. He retreated to his left, and he threw the ball to the coaching staff.
Yes. So normally KP starts with a 4-man front. It's a 3-man line right now.
Yes.
And the nose tackle is number 50.
Oh, great hands.
Great catch in the right flat for the Bombardiers. It'll be 3rd and short. It's going to be a 9-yard gain.
Is that Aiden Ramirez?
That's Ramirez from Harvey.
That's no surprise. Ramirez, we've seen him climb into the air since the JVs.
Yep.
Only gave him 8 yards, Paul.
All right. Since the JVs, when they beat Franklin, went on 33-yard touchdown pass to Ramirez on the last play of the game.
And then he did the same thing against
that's right.
Bishop Feehan this year.
3rd and, a long one, a short 2, we'll call it. The Feehan coaches have the big number 3 up at the sideline. Now there's a 4-man line.
Tight ends are in a 2-point stance. Inside.
They give to Ramirez,
He
running left, hit at the line. Gets over to the 31, near the 32. First down, Bombardiers running left behind Gray and Dan Haste.
Ramirez, he's the toughest 150-pounder you're going to see.
You're exaggerating, Mike. He's 147.
Well, he's the toughest you're going to see at that size.
Yep.
I thought after the hit he took late in the Milford game, I was hoping he was going to be back. Aiden Ramirez is a tough kid.
First and 10, Bombardiers, their own 32-yard line. No score, inside 6 minutes to go, first quarter.
Salviati comes back into the backfield now in motion to the right.
To the right. Strength to the right side. They fake to Salviati. Harvey runs for his life.
Thank goodness.
And throws it away. He was trying to hit Aiden Pantages, the 5'10", 138-pound junior.
There were 3 different defenders over there. They were just all over that play. King Phillip is so rarely out of position.
Yep. Their defensive tackles are Robert Casper, wearing number 67, 6'2", 285, and Chris Cisse, the second Cisse brother. They also had a cousin who played for KP. He's the other defensive tackle, 6'6", 265. Defensive ends are Astorino, the running back, and Kearney, the fullback.
Yeah, Cisse was, I'm an OURI guy. I always try to refer people. Tommy Cataldo said, don't bother Mike. He's going up a little higher.
Wow.
Yeah.
Running to the left is Rivera. Again running behind Gray, Haste in the center, Miranda. And Rivera is going to move from his own 32-yard line to his own 35. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Tried to run it off tackle, had to bounce it outside, lowered his shoulder, got up. It's a 3rd, a short 7, balls on the left hash mark, balls on just inside our own 35-yard line.
Approaching 5:10 to go in the first quarter. Scoreless. Attleboro's first possession after forcing KP to punt after KP generated 1 first down.
Trips right, split left.
Back to pass. Harvey looks left.
Oh, he's
throws
got
off his back foot, but he was heavily pressured by number 9 for KP. That's Matt Kelly, one of their captains. Harvey couldn't set, had to throw it early.
Outside linebacker. Once again, he timed them. When you're in the spread formation, I'm one of these people who believes it's easier to time the blitzes. And he just came across the line of scrimmage. Our right tackle couldn't get a glove on him.
2 things. You're also the kind who believes you attack a spread formation by rushing 5.
Yes.
So like that, the quarterback can't set his feet. And KP's coming after this punt.
Boy.
Only one man back deep. Lako gets it off. Caught on the dead run at his own 33. Nice open field tackle for the Bombardiers by number 8, Cole McKenna. Cole, the lacrosse player. Brody, the baseball player.
Well,
so from his own 33 to his own, is there a flag down?
No, there's no flag down. It was a really nice tackle, and he only got a 3-yard return.
Wow.
Minus 35-yard line. Where's the line of scrimmage for that punt? I'd like to
35.
35, so it turns out to be a 30-yard punt. Evan Loiko's done a nice job punting so far for...
Yep. 4:45 to go in the first period. KP takes over. Decent field position, their own 38-yard line.
Well, in that change of possession, the Bombardiers picked up almost 20 yards.
Looks like a 5-man front at
down lineman.
Yes.
This is old-fashioned football. It's an old 53.
Yep. They go right up the middle with Abbott.
Great tackle.
Salviati in the tackle, but who was the lineman at the bottom of that pile who stuffed things up? That's number 65, Tatro. Jaden Tatro is 6'3", 183-pound senior.
And he's come out of nowhere.
Jacob Wild is starting on the defensive line. Looks like one of the defensive tackles, 73.
Was that number 3 who ran that play?
No, that was 28, Abbott.
28 again. He hasn't done much. He doesn't get anything. Oh, he got 1 yard there, my fault.
Yep.
So he's got 6 yards on 3 carries. Blue Bombardiers doing a great job up front right now. Once again, it's basically a 5-5.
Wow. Salviati is the safety, 5 yards back. The KP bench will notice that. Look for a play-action pass later. They try to run left behind O'Neal, the guard, and dance in the tackle. Lako in on the tackle. Goes back.
It's a 4-yard gain.
So he's at the 48. 43. So third down.
Long 5.
Yep.
Ball's just right in the middle of the field. Sophomore quarterback. Great time for play action pass.
Yeah. Attleboro 0 for 3 passing offensively. Here comes KP, another big third down play. Again, 6 down linemen, 2 tight ends. There's the play action
He's
pass.
going to run for it. Nobody there.
Running left, Lako comes up for the tackle, but a first down run for the sophomore, Tom Kilroy.
Oh, beautifully done, beautifully done. 7-yard naked bootleg to the right. They came out I formation, 2 tight ends, faked it to the tailback off the right side. Beautiful naked bootleg. And whoever the left tight end was for King Philip hooked our right defensive end.
You know who that was?
Who?
The left tight end, I believe, is Luke Gunning, a 6'5", 210-pound sophomore. His father, Brian, and our nephew, Matt, are good buddies.
My goodness.
And his older brother...
His older brother was a heck of a player for them.
Yes, suffered a terrible leg injury.
Oh, that's right.
Then went up to Merrimack, got back in the starting lineup, and recently blew out his knee again, unfortunately.
Oh, boy,
Trips to the right for KP.
Again,
the quarterback draw. Haste with the initial hit.
4-yard gain.
4-yard gain for the sophomore quarterback in his first start, Tom Kilroy.
He does not look overmatched.
Nope.
It's like Zappy.
He
just came in. He said, "Okay, I'm a quarterback. I know this offense."
Threw for 62 touchdowns and nearly 6,000 yards in college. Not my first rodeo. So he goes from his own 49 to Attleboro's 46.
5-yard gain. Ball's on the left hash mark. 2nd and 5.
Peter Bray is running our graphics. I'll follow his numbers more than our words.
Aiden Hawkwater just checked in for Paul McKenna.
2 minutes to go in a scoreless first quarter. Second possession for KP, 2nd and 5.
Slot left, split right.
Unbalanced right.
Yes.
Runs through a tackle attempt of Lako.
No.
Runs through a second tackle attempt. Heading to the end zone. Touchdown, Kyle Abbott.
46 yards and nobody hit him low. It drives me crazy, Paul. You know that. It makes me absolutely crazy. They ran an inside counter from left to right. They had him 4 yards down the field, but they're going to strip the ball instead of slamming his shoulder into his shorts. And he spun out of it, and he was gone.
And the Bombardiers have 3 times this season stripped the ball away. But you're right, Mike. Job number 1 is make the hit, make the tackle.
Slam your shoulder into his shorts.
Job number shoulder to the shorts. Job number 2 is try to strip the ball out.
Yes.
Especially if you're the first man there.
First man there, make the hit, and it's 7-0 with 1:44 to go in the first. And you can tell fans I'm a little upset.
Kelly with a PAT. I can't believe I didn't get the name of the long snapper for KP. I usually do. 7-0 King Philip, 1:44 to go in the first quarter. We'll be right back.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Deep cleansing breaths, Michael. Deep cleansing breaths.
Right. I'm 74 years old. I've got to relax.
And it's not, and again, not a criticism of the Attleboro players. Mike was saying during the commercial break, you see that at every level now.
Oh, you see it? How about the kid Jack Jones, who everybody's raving about him for the Pats last week because he had an interception for a touchdown, and he forced a fumble.
Right.
He also had 3 missed tackles. Thank you. All grabbing above the waist.
Yep.
It takes guts to hit a guy below the waist.
Stay low, hit first.
That's right, and you got to get your shoulder in there, and sometimes your head gets in there too by mistake.
This is number 9 kicking off, Matt Kelly. I wrote down 3. On the right side, they fake the reverse. Here comes Pantages right at us across the 20.
Yes.
Catches a seam. He's at the 40. He's at midfield. No flags down. Thrown to the turf
at the
on the KP side of the field at the 44.
Whoa, baby.
For King Philip, number 20 in there in the tackle, a special teamer, junior Ethan Pessione.
47-yard return
for Pantages.
To the plus 44. They started out, was that
Pantages faked the handoff.
Oh, he faked the handoff
Yes.
to Lako, and he just took off down the left, and he split. Too good. The gunners, he was just too quick for him. Great return. Ball's on the left hash mark.
Wow.
Plus 44.
7-0 KP. 1:33 to go in the first
Four
half.
wide outs to the right.
Wow.
Split left.
No tight ends, obviously. Harvey,
Double
a
pass.
lateral to Rivera. Rivera puts his head down and runs up the middle. He'll gain 2 or 3.
Trying to go around KP
Yeah.
is like trying to stop a waterfall.
Mike, that's a setup play.
Yeah, oh, it is a setup play. Who made the catch on that?
Rivera.
Rivera
number
made
7.
the catch.
And again, 147 pounds, seeking out contact. That's how he plays.
147 pounds of mean.
Plus 2 yards on the catch. Second down, 8 yards
That's
to
a
go.
gain. If that's Ramirez, that's a gain. It's not a pass.
Yep.
That was a lateral.
So they're at the plus 42, the King Philip 42, 54 seconds to go. Now they're using 2 tight ends and a shotgun wing T formation.
Boy, oh boy.
They
that
run left
Kearney.
behind Gray and Haste. And who's
That was Kearney, came off the right
Yep.
defensive end. He just went inside the sophomore left tackle and just 1 yard gain.
Talked to Kearney before the game. I said at Westboro High, the best player always wore number 44. My brother John got 44. I got 34. Kearney said it's the best number in the game.
It is the best number in the game. Jim Brown was 44
At
in
college.
Syracuse.
Yep. Yeah, Syracuse
Floyd
did that.
Little, yes, they were Floyd Little. Ernie Davis.
Ernie Davis.
They all wore 44. That was it. Today it's a number 1,
Yeah.
which talks about teamwork versus ego.
We'll call it 2nd and 7, but it's closer to 2nd and 8.
Blitz up the
Shotgun
middle.
to Harvey. They're sending everyone. Harvey has to get rid of it, overthrown because he was about to get muckled by number 11, Carson Meyer, starting outside linebacker.
For those fans who don't know what muckle means, that's a Healy term that goes back to our father, which means you are going to suffer intense pain.
Yes.
Momentarily.
Tommy Boy Callahan would say, that's going to leave a mark.
Amen. So that's the end of the quarter.
And there it is. After 1 quarter of play, it is King Philip 7, Attleboro nothing. We'll be right back after this on AACS 15 Sports and 1320 WARA.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873. Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
I might be seeing my
4th down, 7 yards to go for the Bombardiers. Lako looked like he
kick.
thought about a fake for a moment. Kicks towards the corner. Bounces at the 12. Let's see where they mark it out of bounds.
13-yard line.
13-yard line. Ethan Lako with the kick.
It's a 33-yard kick from the 46, right?
Yep, Ethan's a running back. On defense, he plays linebacker. They call it the striker position. Also a kick returner.
He learned to be a great halfback, getting beat out by his older sister.
Jordan, yes. Now starting in the backcourt for the Bridgewater State College Bears.
And a beautiful girl to boot.
Yes. So KP starting at their own 13-yard line. This is their 3rd drive of the game. Kilroy, the sophomore quarterback, making his first start. Only 1 pass attempt so far. That went for 5 yards.
And this right here is, I don't know what you call that formation. 2 tight ends, a shotgun, and they run a crisscross.
And that was, I believe, the fullback, Nathan Kearney, running that.
Yes. Well, they gave it first to Abbott, who was to the right of the quarterback. You had a wing back, and then you had Kearney to the left. Kearney gets on the reverse. and he took a little punishment on that for a 1-yard gain.
Now, on the 46-yard touchdown run by Abbott, they pulled the left guard O'Neal. Anyone pull on that play?
I was watching the backfield,
Okay.
Paul. I missed it.
Second down, 9 yards to go.
I was so confused by the formation.
Yeah. Twins
right.
out to the right. Wide is Kelly. In the slot is number 3, Brewster.
Tight end left.
Brewster, the only touchdown reception, or
Wow, what a power play.
wow.
Quarterback sweep right. 2 wideouts crack down. Halfback let him around the corner.
Wow.
He picked up about 8 yards, I think, maybe 7.
So the wide receivers,
If you're going to play wide receiver,
Yeah.
for KP, it's like anybody else. How you block and how you tackle dictates everything at KP.
Brewster and Kelly blocked down.
Their leading carrier is the sophomore quarterback, so 25 yards and a first down on 4 carries.
No, yeah, 3rd and 1. It was an 8-yard gain there. 3rd and 1 for KP at about their own 22.
And they run the quarterback power
Again to the right, gets to the edge again. Fitzgerald in there in the tackle, leaping on his back. Who came underneath there?
Geez, he picked up 3 more yards.
That was number 8 also in there in the tackle, Cole McKenna.
This is
Wow.
KP running Here I Come football, ready or not,
With a sophomore quarterback.
with the sophomore. I didn't even know his name. Okay, what's his name?
Number 16, Tom
Thomas
Kilroy.
Kilroy.
So where are they? They're at the 25-yard line.
Yes.
1st and 10, their own 25. Had my head down again.
They just gave it right up the chute. Once again, great gang tackling. Good inside job by KP.
That was number 25 on the carry. Senior captain Will Astorino. His brother Aiden is a sophomore starting linebacker.
Picked up 3 yards there.
Yep.
Once again, that's just an offensive line surge.
Trying to see it. Haste is in there at one of the defensive ends or a wide tackle. Miranda is in there, and number 54, Jose Perez, 6 feet 208, a sophomore, is in there. And that's Huntington, the left defensive end.
Gave it to the first man there. Just a quick fullback dive. He's still going.
Wow.
Is that Kearney?
I think it was, but we'll tell when he gets up. Yep,
Yeah.
Kearney again, the
Boy,
fullback.
I'll tell you, he was off the mark so quickly, the full quarterback almost didn't get the ball to him. Picked up 5.
3rd and 2, the fullback Kearney. 7-0 KP, inside 8:50 to go in the first half.
This is my 10th anniversary of saying they're playing good old-fashioned caveman football, and there's not much we can do about it.
Again, 2 tight ends, power I right formation. Actually, split fullbacks
Yes.
and 1 tailback.
And
It's
they
a
gave-
dive to the right fullback Kearney. He's going to have enough for the first
Yes,
down.
he does. And we're hitting. This is not one of those
Oh, yeah.
situations where Attleboro is the least bit intimidated.
No. And who's that at the bottom of the pile? That's again number 75, first-year starter, Jack Fitzgerald. 6'2", 184-pound senior. Started the year at right tackle, now plays right guard. Coming out is number 73, Jacob Wild, an extra defensive lineman. 1st and 10, KP.
Ball's on their own 36-yard line, right hash mark. For whatever reason, it must be something wrong with the clock because they're not putting the line of scrimmage up.
Again, that
Tailback this
Wow.
time. Oh,
shoestring tackle by the Bombardiers as he runs right. That's Spencer Shirk coming up from the Rover, a strong safety position.
that's a good tackle.
Yeah, and I believe that was 25 on the
was
carry that
25.
time, which is
6 yards.
Will Astorino.
9
Plus-
yards on 3 carries.
second down, 4 yards to go. KP at their own 42.
Well, they've cracked the century mark in yardage gained on the ground here, and they've thrown for a grand total of 5.
Wow.
If this isn't KP football, I don't know what is.
And again, 2 tight ends. Is that
Everybody's
unbalanced
up
left?
on defense, yes.
Unbalanced left, and they run right. Oh, Astorino was the lead blocker there. Who's got the ball?
Well, Kearney was the lead
28.
blocker. 28.
Abbott has the
Abbott
carry
has
there.
the ball. Did he get the first? No. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
My goodness gracious. 4 yards for Kyle Abbott. His first down. Of course, he's got the touchdown. 60 yards on 6 carries.
This will be the 9th play of the drive. They scored on a 5-play, 62-yard drive.
I'm waiting to see if we're ever going to see KP have a 20-play drive.
Yeah.
I remember when they had an 18-play drive to seal the game about 5 years ago.
Yep. And again, they give to one of the fullbacks
Oh,
just a
this-
straight dive.
So this is just caveman football. We are coming at you, and just a blast.
The tight ends are Gunning and Silvera, number 15, Gunning on the left. The offensive line, left to right, Danson, O'Neill, Murphy,
Astrovino
Varenwick,
picked up 4 yards
and
off
Cisse.
left. Yep.
And when an extra lineman comes in, it's Matthew Terrio. And, yep. So 2nd and 6, Mike?
2nd and 6. A long 6, balls right at midfield, mid-time. Great time for play action pass. Attleboro's deep safety is 5 yards back.
Again, they run the fullback dive on the left. Brody McKenna in on the tackle from the linebacker spot. Also number 65, Jaden Tatro in there.
And number 30 was
No
also
gain.
in there too. And I don't know who number
I don't think there is. Oh, Ethan Miranda.
Ethan Miranda was in there. No gain.
So Ethan Miranda, is that Isaiah's little brother?
Well, he's a lot littler.
Yeah. Well, Mike, I was a lot littler than you.
That's true.
3rd and 6. At midfield for KP, 5:45 to go in the second quarter.
Slot eye left.
Rolling right is Kilroy, throws into the flat, wide open, and making the catch is Astorino. First down.
15-yard, 14-yard, 13-yard gain. And that was Astorino, came out of the backfield, just ran a little fan pattern out of the backfield. Quarterback, roll right, fullback, let him, dumped it out there, let the halfback do the rest. 13-yard gain, 2 for 2 throwing for 18 yards
Mike,
and 2
yeah.
first downs.
Actually, Mike, they moved from midfield to the 36.
So it's 14 yards.
Yeah.
That's what I said
So-
the first time.
Yeah. So he's 2 for 2 passing
Easy throws,
for 19 yards.
good coaching,
Yep.
off the play action.
Kelly is wide left. There's also a tight end that way. That's the wide side as KP moves right to left. And they run a counter again with Abbott, the left halfback, running right. Absolutely, positively nothing.
The left
Fitzgerald
guard
was
pulled.
there.
The left guard pulled, and somebody swooped in from behind. And Abbott, did he lose yardage there?
Yes, he did. Fitzgerald, Mike, the guard pulled. But Fitzgerald, I think Fitzgerald was the man who was supposed to block. He beat him to the hole,
Yeah.
and he met number 28, Abbott, in the hole. Loss of 1.
First loss of the game so far. They've had a couple of 0 runs.
Wow. Second down, 11 yards to go for KP. They lead 7-0, 4:56 to go in the half.
There's your bootleg.
Kilroy is back to pass, has a man open deep, decides to scramble, breaks a tackle. Salviati with a hit along with Miranda.
Leko cannot believe he missed him in the backfield.
Yep, and he's tapping his chest. That's on me. That's
It
on
is.
me.
He's such a good ball
Should have been a
player.
sack. Yep.
And he just was coming too hard. Quarterback planted that back foot, went straight up the field,
Uh-oh.
and picked up 4 yards.
Oh, I thought Leko was down hurt. He was just tying his shoe. Actually, Mike, he picked up 5 yards because that was 2nd and 11.
You're right. Stop correcting
I was
me.
going to say, folks, Mike, usually if you've listened to our broadcast, usually it's Mike correcting me. What are you thinking about Colorado already?
No, that's the last thing I'm thinking about. Oh, my goodness. Once again, shotgun,
Trips left.
trips left, and the running backs to the left as well.
Hey,
tight
there's some
right.
splits. When they spread out, Mike, there were bigger
Yes.
splits on the line of scrimmage. And the Bombardiers call a timeout.
Good timeout.
That gives us time to get a break in. 3:59 to go, first half, 7-0. King Philip on WARA Radio and AACS 15 TV. Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in-store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep?
Ow.
Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets?
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports and 1320 WARA Radio. Remind me, Mike, we owe the betting center a spot.
I was looking that last play out of the trips left, and you noticed the splits on the right.
Yep.
The setback was to the left. I was looking for that counter going back to the right again.
Yep.
Let's see what happens here.
Third down, 6 yards to go. Again, trips to the left.
But this time the setback's to the right of the quarterback.
Yep. That's Astorino.
And we get a stoppage here, Paul.
And this is going to be Brian Lee and his offensive coordinator, Sean Hill, calling timeout. So we owe the betting center a spot. Let's slip that in there now.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your
Ow.
mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Betting Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at betting-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Again, a lot of people wearing purple today here at Tozer Cassidy Field in honor of the Haste family. Dan Haste starts for Attleboro at left guard, also on the defensive line. Recently lost his dad to cancer. Back to pass, 3rd and 6, shotgun formation. Kilroy's going to run right,
To the tight end
avoids a
side.
tackle in the backfield again. He'll be short of the first down.
He might have avoided the tackle, but that guy who missed the tackle forced him deep.
And Rivera comes up and makes the tackle for the Bombardier. Ramirez, excuse me, Aiden Ramirez.
And they only gained a yard there, Paul.
Wow.
Real nice job.
This defense under Jim Winters, Mike Strachan for years played more of a college-style defense.
Yes.
Jim Winters, he coaches it more the way you do,
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah. That's basically playing a 6-5 sometimes.
Yeah,
No, I just feel against good athletes and good teams, you got to meet them as soon as you can.
exactly. Because by the time you read it, they might be by you.
It's true.
Shotgun snap, fake. Kilroy's going to run up the middle. He'll have the first down, gets to the sideline.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful poise by the sophomore Kilroy, running right behind the center Murphy. Farenwick, the guard, and Cisse, the tackle.
Cisse pulled that plate, I think.
Well, Cisse's the right tackle.
Who's the left tackle?
The left tackle is dancing.
Somebody from the left side pulled. They faked to the left. He filled for the puller. Quarterback waited for the puller, kicked out, and I think he picked up 9 yards.
Wow.
Paul. I have him for 9 yards.
Went from the 33 to the 24. Yep, 9 yards. Mike, this is the 15th play of the drive.
Well, 18 is the longest I can remember.
7-0 KP, two tight end, I formation.
Oh, great play.
Sprinting into the backfield, tearing him to the ground, number 65, senior Jaden Tatro. If you want to criticize, try to get a little lower, Jaden, but otherwise, nice play, loss of 1.
Flew up from the right side. Was that 28? It was 28. Kyle Abbott who ran that.
Wow.
His last 2 carries, he's had negative yardage.
So that's a -1, 2nd and 11. 16th play of the drive coming up.
See, they can run, having the good field goal kicker.
Yep.
They just want to get ahead by 2 scores going into the half here and get the ball to start the second half. We've seen KP before do this kind of thing.
Astorino is now the fullback, Abbott the tailback.
Nice bootleg.
Oh, and Kilroy's got plenty of room as the defense was faked out. Salviati forces him out of bounds. And smartly,
18.
looked like Salviati was going to throw him to the turf, and then he gently placed him on the turf. So he moves from the 24 to the 13. No, to the 17.
Yeah, 6-yard gain, 7-yard gain.
Can't believe they're running so much with
That's
a
the
sophomore
18,
quarterback.
I think, Paul. So it's a 6-yard gain. 49 yards on 8 carries with a sophomore quarterback. Once again, the right defensive end came in a little bit too tight.
Yeah.
He dove at him, forced him a little wider, but when you have a beautiful bootleg like that and the action's going the other way, a lot of pressure on the second level.
Bombardier's bringing in some linebackers, going with a 4-man line now on 3rd and 5.
And once again, trips to the right.
17th play of the drive. Wide splits on the right side of the line.
Tight splits on the left.
Yep.
Pass.
Kilroy back to pass. Quick slant. It is caught I didn't even see that receiver. Thought he was throwing to the other one. Beautifully placed pass.
Second widest receiver just ran a button hook.
The ball is out, but I believe he was down
he was
first.
down, yeah.
I believe that was Kelly on the.
It
is a fumble.
Yes.
Isaiah Miranda with the recovery, the completion to number 9, Kelly. Wow, what a play for the Bombardiers. King Philip drove from their own 13-yard line inside the 5 of Attleboro, but the ball came out. You people watching at home will have a better idea who caused that fumble than we do. But, Mike, we criticized the Bombardiers earlier for trying to rip the ball out before trying to make the tackle. That time they got the order right.
No, they certainly got the order right, and once again, they did rip it out. That was a caused fumble after the ball was
gain
one
of
the
13
17.
yards. It was on the 18. It was fumbled at the 5.
13 yards. Huge play.
So a 14, 15, 16, 17 play drive went from their own 13 to the Attleboro 5 before the ball was ripped out with 2:07 to go in the first half. Bombardiers down 7 deep in their own territory.
Well, you're going to see who just used the timeout. Attleboro. Well, KP called the timeout now?
Wow.
Wouldn't you think they'd be waiting for the after the first down play?
Mike Brian Lee doesn't like to guess. And he'll call a timeout if he has to try to prevent a big play for the Bombardiers. We'll be right back.
Wow.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Attleboro, 2 tight ends, tight splits, 3 backs. It's an old-fashioned T formation. Who's been watching Syracuse films from the 50s?
Nice handoff.
The left hand halfback Rivera runs left. Excuse me. Left halfback runs right. Thank you.
We would have called a 744 power. 700 means both backs lead.
Yeah.
The path. And everybody else blocks down. The fullback and the halfback kick out. Picked up 3 yards. Nice play.
What's that play called again, Mike?
And at Westboro, we call it the 744 power. Yeah. We used to run the crisscross off of that.
Yeah. And I love how you had your colors blue and brown.
Yes.
BL.
And gold.
Yes.
And black.
BL for going left. BR, brown, for going right.
Right.
Same play. Rivera hitting the backfield, but bounces out of it, gets to the right edge, turns up the sideline, lowers his shoulder, and collides with Thomas Brewster out of bounds.
Of course, Brewster's a terrific defensive back out to the 22-yard line, 14-yard gain.
Oh, does Rivera love contact? He easily could have gone out of bounds. Maybe he should have to stop the clock, but instead went out of his way to collide with Brewster. How much did he gain there?
14 yards. It's out to the 22.
And what did he have in the first one?
Get 3 in the first one.
Thank you.
And once again, straight T, no splits.
Wow.
And this time they run left.
With Lako, the right halfback running left. And he bounces off a tackle, but a
2-yard gain.
That's how to hit and hold. Bounced off the tackle attempt by number 22, who's not in our program. Brewster finished him off. This will be 2nd and 6 as the clock is moving with 34 seconds to go. Both teams content to let this run out. Attleboro is just thinking, do not fumble. So that was Lako with a gain of 4.
That's Ethan's first carry of the game.
Wow.
Once again, there are no splits.
Yep.
This is 1952 football. 3 setbacks.
And they saw
They give it to the fullback this time off left guard, and he drives forward for 3 yards.
Mike, explain to the listeners why you go with such tight splits or no splits.
You can't blitz it.
Exactly.
That's all there is to it. You drive block. You literally try to create, we call it wedge blocking.
Yep.
It's the oldest thing. That's the last play of the first half. KP's going to lead 7-0. Attleboro's dodged a bullet, and they're hitting with him.
So the sophomore quarterback, Kilroy, comes in. He's gone 3 for 3 passing for 32 yards. He's been a very effective ball carrier. for King Philip, but the
Yes.
Bombardiers down behind KP 7-0 after 24 minutes of play. You remember during the 2021 spring game, because of the pandemic, Attleboro had a long drive at the
Yes.
end of the second half. They were down 3-0 to KP. They were trying to kick a field goal to tie it at 3. KP blocked it, ran it all the way back for a touchdown. In the third quarter, the Bombardiers went on a 17-play drive, got a field goal. KP got the kickoff, fumbled on first down.
That's right.
And King Philip ran one play in the third quarter of that game. Unfortunately for Bombardier fans, KP had the ball the whole fourth quarter.
Remember that? The whole fourth quarter.
Wow. All right, we're at halftime. I'm Paul Healy. He's Michael Healy. Dave Angel on camera, Peter Bray running our graphics, Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. It's youth football and cheerleader tonight at Tozer Cassidy Field, and a lot of people are having a lot of fun. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WARA 1320 AM Attleboro.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688. W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873. Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in-store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545 or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Filmmaker, actor, and author Justin Baldoni will celebrate his upcoming middle grade book, Boys Will Be Human, on Wednesday, October 5th from 7 o'clock p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at An Unlikely Story. Boys Will Be Human is a self-esteem building guidebook that helps boys ages 11 and up embrace their feelings and fears instead of repressing them. Justin will discuss his new book with Jeff Kinney, answer questions, and sign books. For more information or to register, you can visit An Unlikely Story's website, anunlikelystory.com.
You're listening to WARA 1320 AM Attleboro.
Welcome back to Tozer Cassidy Field here at halftime. King Philip 7, Attleboro nothing. King Philip, one of the most aggressive physical teams. One of a number of teams ranked in the top 10 by both the Boston Globe and the Boston Herald. And the Bombardiers are doing well, Mike. KP got the ball first, generated one first down, moved from their own 40 to the Attleboro 46 where they were forced to punt. Attleboro generated one first down, punted the ball back. KP then moved 5 plays and 62 yards. The big play, a 46-yard touchdown run by number 28, Kyle Abbott. When the Attleboro tacklers tried to strip the ball and cause a fumble. And as we said, that's step 2. Step 1 is make the tackle. Step 2, let the next guy come in and strip the ball out. The PAT by Kelly was good. That made it 7-0. Attleboro went 3 and out. KP then embarked on a 17-play drive. Started at their own 13, went all the way to the Attleboro 18. A lot of those on runs by the sophomore quarterback Kilroy in his first varsity start. Then completed a 13-yard pass to Captain Matt Kelly. He was hit, held up, and had the ball stripped by the Attleboro defense at the Attleboro 5-yard line. The Bombardiers got the ball back, ran out the clock.
So the Bombardiers ended up with 13 plays for a total of 40 yards on offense. They had a 46-yard kickoff return. They had 2 good punts, Smith and Lako.
Yeah.
And they, it's one of those situations where statistically they didn't get anything accomplished. Well, they kept it to 7 points.
Yeah.
Aiden Ramirez had 6 carries for 26 yards, had a 14-yard run to get him out of trouble late.
Yes.
But really they haven't been able to do much. 1 for 5, throwing the ball for 8 yards. Ethan Lako had a couple of carries for 6 yards.
And on that run by Rivera, the 14-yard gain, he could have gotten out of bounds and stopped the clock, but he loves contact too much, lowered his left shoulder and slammed into Tom Brewster.
Well, once again, he runs very low and hard. He's very opportunistic. It would have been a good time to get out of bounds, but they were 82 yards from the goal line.
Yeah.
I kind of liked it.
Yes, exactly.
Anyway, as far as King Philip is concerned, Bill Astorino, the senior captain's got 4 carries for 13 yards. Nathan Kearney, another senior captain's got 5 carries for 13 yards and a first down. Kyle Abbott's got 8 carries for 58 yards, with his last 2 a minus. But the surprise has been sophomore quarterback Thomas Kilroy, who had 9 carries for 49 yards and 2 first downs. And of course he had that 3 for 3 completions for 2 first downs, and would have been a third first down if they hadn't fumbled.
Yeah.
And it looked
Whoops.
like it was going to be a minimum 10-0 going into halftime,
Yeah.
with KP getting the ball to start the second half. And now it's 7-0, and Attleboro's got this habit of playing KP very tough.
Yes. Yep.
Very
Talking to Coach
promising.
Jim Winters before the game, because I went to college with Rich Harwood, the
Sure.
director of football operations for KP, and I was telling him that, Rich says, yeah, sure, KP usually beats Attleboro, but on Saturday morning, the KP players know they were in a football game.
They certainly do. They certainly do. But this first series of the second half is so important.
With
You're gonna
KP getting the ball first.
Right, and they cannot give them one of these long drives. When you have so many kids playing both ways,
Yes.
and you're getting hit on defense on the line of scrimmage, it's punishing.
Yeah.
It really is. And so this first drive is absolutely key to the outcome of this game. 3 minutes to go here. Oh, wait a minute. They stopped the clock.
Yeah.
So the band is just out there.
Yeah, because they had, it's youth football and cheerleader night. They got to do some festivities before the band even came out onto the field. Yeah. Mike is 74 years old. He has to leave the press box and, take care of some business. Yeah. So we're 7-0 here at halftime. And we'll be back right after this on AACS 15 Sports.
I don't like that kind of talk. Now just stop it. It upsets me.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688. W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873. W.H. Riley is here when it Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up many flavors of pizzas, subs, and calzones, all in store and using fresh ingredients. They're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sundays 12 noon to 10 p.m. You can also order ahead by calling 508-695-1296.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
You're listening to WARA 1320 AM Attleboro.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy, along with big brother Michael Healy, MVP of the Westboro Fighting Rangers in 1965.
Prehistoric football fans. Prehistoric.
Come on, 2 interceptions on Thanksgiving Day for his defensive end position.
That was a good day.
Co-captain at URI in 1969. Coached with the Westboro Rangers for many, many years. They won a Super Bowl in '84 with Mike Power at quarterback.
Well, we lost a couple Super Bowls too. But we had a lot of fun.
Yep.
It was a little different game in those days.
Yeah, well,
you had to block with your shoulders. You
Yep.
couldn't grab.
Yeah.
And it was a simpler game. The points, I was looking at the Worcester Telegram to see and I was looking at the top 20 rushers in Central Mass.
Yeah.
Most of them are averaging more than 10 yards a carry.
Wow.
Can you imagine, even if you got more than 4 yards a carry as a team, you were considered an offensive juggernaut back in the 60s.
Wow.
Give me a break.
I played at Westboro.
You certainly did.
Yep, went on.
One of 4 brothers.
Yeah, Rich, John, Rich, Mike, then John, who might have been the best ever there.
Oh, John was as good as he and John Schaefer, the 2 best all-around football players. John is a back. John Schaefer is all-around handyman.
John had 18 touchdowns his senior year. 15 of them covered more than 48 yards.
Wasn't that amazing?
Nobody kicked to him after the 3rd game.
It's
KP
true.
is going to kick off right to left with a 7-0 lead. And this is Kelly kicking off.
Oh, good boot.
And he's had a number of touchbacks this year.
Oh, it didn't get in
Pantages
there.
wanted to let it go in the end zone, but has to pick it up at the 1. Forced to run to his left by number 14 of KP, Connor Mello, the senior.
That looked like a sand wedge.
Yes.
It just hit and came back.
Yeah.
And so he had to grab it on the 3. It hit on the 1. He had to grab it on the 3. How far did he get? Did he get out to the 15?
He got from the 1 to the 14 or 15. I just want to mention that's the 2nd special team tackle by Ethan Pressione. And I love it when you have kids who are juniors and seniors, can't get on the field as starters for a great program like KP, and then they contribute in the special teams. I love it.
Well, that's a 85 yards from Pantages. Got a 47-yard kick the first time. I thought Attleboro lost the toss.
That's right. Attleboro kicked off, so KP. All right. Attleboro must have declined in the first half.
Yes.
Attleboro has their left halfback running right behind Fitzgerald, the guard, and Huntington, the new tackle.
It was Anthony Salviati.
Oh.
It was Anthony Salviati who ran that number 4.
Okay. So no gain, 2nd and 10. Bombardiers have the ball at their own 15-yard line. Here we go. My better sport was actually rugby in college. First scrum half in the history of Bridgewater State College rugby.
Well, I'll tell you, anybody who's watched rugby and the continuous action, and the players run the game, and I love that about rugby.
4-man front for KP. That's what we used to see.
Chop
Harvey
blocks.
runs a square out. Catch is made by Ramirez.
For nothing.
Aiden Ramirez.
They've got a yard.
And I believe that's number 9. No wonder he's a captain. Matt Kelly and also Carson Meyer in on the tackle. They gave him 3, 3rd and 7.
Give him. Well, the first carry was for 2 yards, so he only got 1.
Nothing. All right.
He got 1 yard there, so
All
it's
Plus 1.
just once again KP's swarming defense. Everybody flies to the ball.
So 2 for 6 passing for 9 yards for Harvey, and it's 3rd and a long 7. 7-0 KP, 10.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Should have put away some of this paperwork at halftime. Spread formation. Ramirez to the right of the quarterback,
Corner
stays
blitz.
into block. Harvey gets around the blitz, but has to throw that away. Pantages turns into defensive back and keeps number 3, Brewster, from intercepting that punting situation for the Bombardiers.
Brewster's an excellent defensive back. He's the wide out there. They came out with twins both ways. He was out on the right side, tried to run a comeback. Brewster was all over him like a cheap suit. And it turned out Pantages had to turn into a defensive back himself.
Harvey comes off limping a little bit, and I feel bad for Matt. He hasn't been able to set his feet and throw.
They're blitzing off the corner.
Yep.
And by the time the ball gets back on the snap, the defensive end or the blitzer's 2 yards in the backfield. Lucky he wasn't sacked.
Lako to punt, 2 receivers back. This time he goes with a line drive approach. Kelly gets it at the Attleboro 49, breaks a tackle, but then breaks another tackle. Boy, Shirk doesn't miss many tackles.
No.
Finally taken down. Hey, this kid number 30, Ethan Miranda, he means business.
Who ran that back that time?
I thought that was 9, Kelly.
Was it 9, Kelly? Okay.
So it was from the Attleboro 49. So
He
just a
only got 3
5-yard
yards,
gain,
yeah.
but he broke 3 tackles.
Well, once again, it was a low, hard punt. That was great coverage. I was afraid that was going to be a lot more.
Yep.
Once again, KP races out from the sidelines over to the ball. Power eye to once again, it's the fullbacks are split over the guards, toss left.
And here's Abbott, finds a big hole, taken down by number 50, Haste on the tackle for the Bombardiers. Shirk in there as well. Big gain for number 28. That's Kyle Abbott, a 5'9", 195-pound senior. It's going to be second and a long 2, short 3. What are you going to go with, Mike?
I'm going to give it 2 yards here, but once again, just a toss, and those 2 lead backs come around, and they come around hard as any guards.
Yep.
And it's really, student body left.
Yep.
That's what it was.
Tight end to the left is Gunning. Danson's the tackle. O'Neal
9-man line.
And there it is, 9-man. Wow.
4 guys to the right.
3 backs.
Oh, great hit by
Shirk
number
comes up
2,
from
Shirk.
safety, and then Lako adds on. Also, Tatro in there.
Might have got it. Might have got the first down, but what a hit by Shirk. And so when you see Shirk, he's a skinny kid.
Yeah.
You know?
Remember his brother Trainer?
Oh, yeah.
In his first varsity game his junior year was a bit overwhelmed. And by the end of that junior year, he was a huge contributor, had a great senior year at guard and defensive end. And as a freshman at UMass, he made the A-side team in rugby, and they play serious rugby at UMass.
I know they do. 3rd and 1,
Wow.
and that was a great play. Once again, everybody on the Attleboro defense is within 10 people within 5 yards of the ball.
Yep, Salviati, the deep safety, 5 yards off. Again, 8 men in the line. It's going to be another first down, spinning out of a tackle. Is that Astorino? No, that's Abbott. Astorino moves up to fullback.
He got hit hard by number 54, and that was Jose Perez.
Yep. 54, actually number change. That's Jaheim Calixte, number 52 there.
I see. Well, he had a heck of a hit, and he just spun out of it. What was that, a 5-yard gain for the first down?
Moved
down
from
to 32.
Yep.
And once again, Abbott's filling in for one of the best tailbacks in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And he looks, looks like a first-teamer.
Yeah, and Gately, and he's even a better baseball player, going to college to play baseball.
Unbalanced to the right.
T
Full house
formation.
backfield dive.
And that's going to be a touchdown for Astorino. And again, Mike, you put 8 men in the line of scrimmage. It causes the defense to defend 9 gaps, and it leads to situations
if
like
you pop
that.
it, there's no safety.
Wow.
And that's, once again, it looks like
Astorino.
caveman football, but it's anything but. What do you get? How far is it?
32-yard touchdown run.
That's
And
a
in the
back
first
right there.
half, he had a 46. No, that was Abbott who had the 46-yard touchdown run. This time it's Astorino. And it's 13-0 KP, 9:16 to go, third quarter.
It's very similar to what happened last week when Attleboro played Milford. When you're playing a big, strong, physical team, Coach Winter's got them attacking, and they give up very few big plays, but the big plays they give up, there's no safety there.
Yep.
So they go all the way. And that's 4 big, long touchdowns in the last 2 games when most of the plays they're playing them, knock down, drag out, face-to-face, man-to-man, right on the line of scrimmage. But that's classic King Philip.
Yep, and the good news for Attleboro is KP is going to know they were in a football game tonight. The bad news for Attleboro is KP leads 14-0. We'll be right back.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep?
Ow.
Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back. Next window. Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. We might have a winner to the 50-50 raffle, which is going to be real money tonight here at Tozer Cassidy Field. They came to the wrong window, though. You want Leo, the PA guy.
You come to the Healy's, we have no money.
Yeah. Reminds me of the great Leon Spinks line about, Richard Pryor line about Leon Spinks.
I want to hear it. I love this.
Ain't got no money, ain't got no teethers, and I sure ain't got no driver's license. Pantages. Oh, he runs out of the end zone.
No,
that was a muff.
Oh, my goodness.
That's
what
not knowing the rules. He could have downed that, but he breaks a bunch of tackles. Now he's across the 20, and Kelly, the kicker, makes the tackle.
On the 39-yard line.
Wow, Pantages never should have taken that out of the end zone. Dodges at least 5 tackle attempts and turns a mistake into a 39-yard return. Wow.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
And again, on a kick or a punt, it is called a muff, not a
Yeah.
fumble when you don't handle it cleanly. If
Yes.
the ball is muffed into the end zone, you can still down
Just
it.
take a knee.
Yep.
Just take a knee.
They're going to be going over that during film work.
Well, once again, Pantages, he avoided a little bit of an argument with his coach by coming out 39 yards.
Yeah.
That's Laco.
That's number 4, Salviati.
Salviati, boy, did he look quick there.
Yep.
They came out with a shotgun, 2 setbacks either side, and once again, the left halfback led Salviati around to the right. I think he picked up 9 yards.
His sister Sophie, an outstanding soccer player. Isabella, an all-star soccer player, and she was tiny. She played up front, and boy, did she hit people a lot on the soccer field.
Well,
She
no.
played soccer the way Anthony plays football.
Well, he and Ramirez run the same way.
Yeah.
You know, the only difference is one way is number 4, the other way is number 7. Trips to the right, split left.
Salviati, the split end right. Ramirez left.
Defensive line adjusts to the left, blitz.
Blitz from the corners again. This time they get the pass off to the left. Tackle's going to be made by number
First
9,
down.
Kelly. First down pass, and that goes from Harvey to Ramirez.
Third completion of the night, 6-yard gain for a first down, 15 yards. The ball's on the left hash mark on the plus 46-yard line.
So that's a 6-yard gain, right?
Yes.
First and 10, Bombardiers, 7:44 to go, clock moving third quarter. They trail by 2 TDs. Double bunch formation. Now they bring the left slot over to the right to create power. Wow, Rivera runs hard that way. Running right that time behind Huntington, the tackle, Fitzgerald, the guard, Miranda, the center.
12-yard gain. 7 carries now for 38 yards for Aiden Rivera. We have so many guys whose last names start with R and first names with A. They confuse the heck out of me. Ball's on the plus 34, right hash mark. Attleboro is going on strong.
Again, that double bunch formation. Slipping through a tackle, Ramirez avoids the tackle attempt of number 74, Cisse. He doesn't miss many. Finishing tackle made by number 11, and that's Meyer.
Just 1 yard for Rivera on that play.
Well, you know, if you love contact as much as Rivera does, KP's the right team to play, Mike.
No, it's true. But, you know, once again, as the small back, he shows there is a place in the game for the
Yes.
small back, but you got to deliver the blow.
Right.
And he does. It's kind of like a boxer getting the jab in there first.
Stay low, hit first.
Trips left, split right.
Harvey's back to pass, looks right for one-on-one coverage. He's out there, makes the catch, but out of bounds. Beautiful catch by Aiden Ramirez, but he was clearly out of bounds.
Well, who's the defensive back that made that great
Kelly.
force out? Great force out, because he would have come down.
Yep.
All you have to do is have 1 foot, and he caught it clean, but Kelly caught him right at the top of his jump.
Yep.
A good two-hand shiver right to his chest, knocked him out of bounds, and it saved a 35-yard gain. Would have been inside the 5.
But if it wasn't Kelly, it might have been Blabluski, but I think it was Kelly.
Kelly, you were right.
Yeah.
And it was just a great defensive play.
Sorry.
So I got the worst microphone
Well, no,
in
I
the world.
fixed it with tape last year, but it turns out the tape will not last 12 months, only 11. And again, they run that play. Fumbles, picks it up on the hop. We saw David Palazzi do that in 1998 in an Eastern Football League national championship game against the Detroit Seminoles. We called him for traveling in that game.
How many yards did Rivera get there? He got about 6.
Started from the 33.
Down to the
26.
27?
27, we'll call
Okay,
it.
we'll
Right?
get 6 yards. He's now got 9 carries for 45 yards unofficially. And we've got a timeout. Who's calling the timeout? I think it's
KP.
Attleboro.
No,
Oh,
pointing
it's
towards KP.
Wow.
Timeout on the field. I'm sorry, folks, got a little behind the action. It's going to be 4th down and a long 3, short 4 yards to go for the Bombardiers on 3rd and 9. Rivera, the left slot was Salviati. He acted as a pulling guard, leading Rivera to the right. Fumbled the handoff exchange with Harvey, but it bounced right back to him. Again, lowered his shoulders, looked for contact, picked up the yardage. It's going to be 4th, and we'll call it 3.
14-0. Attleboro trails. Most important play of the game for them now.
Wow.
Got to do it. I'm so impressed with, whether they make mistakes mentally or not, like the running the kickoff out of the end zone, they play with a passion and a fury.
Yeah.
And, they've just come out of that end zone and they're inside the 30-yard line here on a big 4th down play. They're ready to go.
Miranda, the center, comes over the ball. Gray, Haste, Miranda, Fitzgerald, Huntington, the offensive line. The
Straight T.
Tight
Going to
ends
try to draw him offside.
are Jefferson and McKenna. Rivera tries to run right, cuts back to the left. He's not going to make it. The initial hit made by KP's number 25, defensive end, William Astorino. Turnover on downs.
Nope, he didn't get anything, Paul. When you have no splits and you're going against KP, you're basically saying, we're going to muscle you. And they might be missing one of their great linemen,
Sean King.
but they still got a bunch of other great defenders. And that play, it was a hard-earned 1 yard, but it just didn't work. And that's a big, big setback.
Bombardiers move from their own 39 to the KP 27, but with 5:48 to go in the 3rd quarter, they turn it over on downs. I want to mention for KP, when Attleboro comes out in that formation, they bring in an extra defensive lineman, Matthew Terrio.
Yes, you're right.
And here's KP. They've got a tight end to the right. That's number 15.
Once again, the offset,
Rivera.
they're going to toss. 2 fullbacks lead them around the corner. They block down. And I assume, is that it?
That's number 28, Abbott.
Abbott. And it's just an old-fashioned power play.
So the original
It's a beautiful
line,
play.
flag is down. The original line of scrimmage was the 26.
We actually had a hold on the
Wow.
tight end. And that's the second penalty of the game. We had the too much time.
I haven't mentioned the tight ends enough. The first time I do.
Yeah. Well, once again, it's a
It's a
tough
penalty,
block, and
yeah.
they've been making that block all day. And they usually make that block, but that's an offensive holding.
So the ball is being placed at the 17, or is that 16? Looks like the 16.
16-yard line.
So they marked it off for the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
So that's no gain for number 28, Abbott. And it'll be 1st and 20 for KP. They lead 14-0, 5:26 to go, clock moving, 3rd quarter.
It's really an 18-yard penalty. Counter. Great play by one of the defensive linemen. Who was the first one who's just getting up?
That's Tatro again.
My goodness, he's done a good job.
And also 75, Fitzgerald.
They ran the counter, started to the left, counter back to the right, and he came from the right end and just blew the play up. Once again, following the pulling lineman. No gain.
Actually, that's a loss of 1.
My goodness.
So they've got to get to the 35 for a first down. They're just outside the 15. So
Boy, that was a huge holding call.
yeah, second and maybe, I don't know, 19, 20, 21, whatever Peter Bray has in the graphics. Kilroy rolls to the short side.
Uh-oh.
Throws deep.
He missed it.
Can't make the catch on the defense, Salviati. And they were trying to hit the tight end, Silveria.
He was open. I thought it went right through his hands ball.
Well, the fact that Salviati
Put his shoulder into his back,
Exactly.
timed it perfectly.
yes.
But it was still a
So
perfectly thrown ball.
So this is a big play for the Attleboro defense. Third and about 20 or so. 4:30 to go. Clock stops here in the third quarter. Boy, it is a beautiful autumn night. This place is packed. And boy, there's a lot of people with smiles on their faces despite the 14-0 KP lead. Kilroy has a setback to his right. It's going to be a quick kick, Mike.
Yep.
KP has done this for years. Salviati calls the fair catch. They've
Smart
seen
play.
that before. Great job by Salviati. Great job by the Attleboro coaches to have them prepared. I love that KP quick kick. Quick punt. So the line of scrimmage was the 15. Attleboro takes over at the KP 48.
That's a 33-yard quick. That's a 33-yard quick kick.
Yep.
Was that by the quarterback?
Yes, it was. And again, if you're going to play quarterback at KP, whether you're Charlie Grant or go
Yeah.
back through the whole list, that's a play you have to be able to make. Attleboro at the 48-yard line of KP, 4:24 to go, third quarter.
Pistol formation.
Running to the right is Rivera.
Got a good 4 yards.
And get up, Astorino, get up. You're too good a player, Will. Fitzpatrick helps Will Astorino up. He's going to stay in. That's called a stinger, folks. 3-yard gain or 4-yard gain?
I'm going to give him 4.
All right, for
I
Rivera.
like him.
Second and 6 at the KP 44.
And KP has the number 8 up from the sidelines. God knows what that means. They all know what it means.
Yep.
Slot
Slot
right. Slot left, you're right.
Yep. And they give to Rivera up the middle, then cuts to the B gap on the left side. And another positive yardage. And I'm telling you, there's not another 147-pound back in the state who runs as hard as he does.
It's going to be third and a short 1. Unless he got the first.
Also, first down, and let's give some credit to the Attleboro tight ends. Malachi Jefferson, 5'9", 172, who's from wide receiver to tight end. He's undersized.
Brody McKenna.
Yeah, and Brody McKenna's the other, and he's hitting people as well.
2 tight slots.
Again, they use Salviati, the right slot, as a pulling guard to the left. Tackle is made by number 44, Nathan Kearney, their Mike linebacker.
Well, it's interesting. With King being out, the nose guard,
Yep.
Attleboro's going right up the middle. Was that Rivera again?
It's a 6-yard gain in the run before that.
Yeah, and a 4-yard gain before that.
Yep.
He picked up 4 yards there.
Yep.
60 yards unofficially and 13 carries for Aiden Rivera.
Second and 6 at the 34 of King Philip. King Philip up 14-0. Time ticking away in the third quarter. 2:45, 2:44.
Attleboro senior captain center has got to be doing a really good job in there for this stuff to be working as well as it is.
Miranda, yep.
Yeah.
Wide outs, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Oh, Lako sheds a tackle in the backfield, sheds another, and tossed down on the pursuit.
Keeney's mad at himself, but Lako just made a mess. Stopped dead, jumped inside with a jump cut. Only got a yard, but it could have easily been a -4.
Lako made 2 people miss, and then Christopher Cisse threw him down to the turf. Again, Cisse is outstanding. He's the third Cisse we've seen play for KP, and I think he's the best. 6'6", 265.
And he's lean.
3rd and 5.
Yeah, he's probably the best line prospect of all the really good line prospects we've seen in KP. That's saying something.
Split backfield behind the shotgun.
Nice fake.
Harvey.
Down the middle,
Play action.
wide
Oh,
open.
Salviati's open. Bounces off a huge hit. Moves to the left. Touchdown, Buccaneers!
34-yard touchdown pass. Holy smoke arena. left split in. They did the fake up the middle out of the, I think it was the pistol formation. Harvey looked down the middle. Beautiful quick post pattern by Salviati. Absolute bullet. Climbed the ladder.
Yep.
Came down with it. Saw the defensive back coming. Got low into a ball.
Boom.
Bounced off him and right into the end zone.
Wow.
Wow. Huge play.
Well, any Attleboro fans out there, if you had given up on the Bombardiers, they had not given up on themselves yet.
And the kick is
Good.
good.
That's Segaro with the PAT. The hold by Hawkwater. The long snap was by Nathan Lally. It is 14-7 KP. 1:41 to go. Third quarter. We'll be right back.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. By the way, last time, Mike, for the Bishop Feehan game, they had the Attleboro Bishop Feehan game on all the TVs at Weather Vanes, the great bar right at the end of Bushy Street where it meets County Street.
That.
Yes, and so if you're watching there tonight, folks,
Enjoy.
yes, glad to have you with us. Segaro is going to kick off for the Bombardiers, not Salviati.
2 deep men standing on the 10 on the outside of each hash mark.
And that's Brewster back there.
Good
Not
kick.
sure who the other is. Catches it like a center fielder. I think this is, that's number 24 across the 20-yard line. Finally driven out of bounds. Pantages in on the tackle, along with McKenna, and again, number 30, Miranda. On the return, number 24, Aiden Astorino.
Was that number 24 returned?
Yeah.
It wasn't 25.
Nope.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm going blind in my old age, so I'll take your word for it.
That's why we're getting rid of you, Mike, after the Stoughton
I know
game.
it. It's awful.
That and you're moving to Colorado.
Well, that, 1,950 miles away doesn't help.
Carol said, can't he do it watching the
No,
game on the
there's a
monitor? He
tight
said, no, there's a
delay.
42-second delay. So,
And I'm
here's
slow to begin
look at
with.
this. Now, KP in their 2 tight end T formation. Their
Yes.
backs are split a little wider, and they give it to the fullback right up the middle.
Was that Kearney?
Get up. No, I think that was 25.
25.
That's Astorino.
Astorino.
So the line of scrimmage originally was the 25, their own 25.
Yep.
Now they're at the 28, so it'll be 2nd and 7. So 3 yards for Will Astorino on the run, and his sophomore brother Aiden Astorino after the kickoff
Once
return.
in, straight T formation, 2 tights.
The offense we ran with the Westboro
Power
Red
to
Devils.
the right. Tripped up by, who's that getting
McKenna,
up?
number 11.
Brody McKenna.
Yep. And Shirk in there as well. And remember, in Attleboro's season opening win against Durfee last year, that great goal line stand, where Shirk, who was playing safety then, made
Yes.
2 of the 4 tackles in that great goal line
Yes.
stand.
Was that a 5-yard gain for?
He went
that
for
was
the
Abbott.
28 to the 33. That's
Yep.
a 5-yard gain.
That was Abbott, I believe.
Yep.
And he just trotted off the field. This is 1950s football, fans.
Yep.
This is 3 generations ago.
Yeah.
Toss right.
And there's some great speed there. Is that Abbott or is that Astorino? Out of bounds near midfield. Travel from his own 32-yard line, own 33-yard line,
17-yard
to midfield.
Just a pure toss sweep. That's number 28, Kyle Abbott. That's a 17-yard gain. Once again, they've been running that. The tight end, they actually ran that one to the split end side. He cracked back. The 2 lead backs led around full house. Perfectly run, got outside everybody, 17 yards. 93
Wow.
yards on 14 carries
For Abbott.
for Abbott. Unofficial yards, fans.
And
we
that
got a
ends the
timeout.
third quarter.
No, that's the end of the quarter.
So after 3 quarters of play, King Philip leads 14-7 over the Attleboro Bombardiers in one heck of a Friday night football game. By the way, down in Pennsylvania, Mansfield had a 21-14 lead over Haverford of Pennsylvania at the end of the third quarter. Milford had a 9-0 lead over North Attleboro at the half. We'll be right back.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Two tight end T formation. Again, they give it to the fullback Astorino on 1st and 10. Still being held up.
Men, for God's sakes, blow the whistle.
Wow. McKenna in the middle of everything again. Number 5, a cornerback, Ramirez in there, and number 73, Jacob Wild, a 5'10", 318-pound senior.
Well, that's 50 yards on 7 carries for William Astorino. Once again, another senior captain.
2nd and 9.
I swear, they use the same kids for the last 10 years. They just
can't
tell the difference. Can't tell the difference. Once again, straight T, Paul.
Yep.
2 tights. 5-man front. It's a 5-3 that Attleboro's running.
Gunnings and Silvera, the tight end. Nice play by Fitzpatrick, but the running back eludes that tackle, turns a 2-yard loss into a 1-yard gain.
And once again, now is Abbott.
And Haste in there on the tackle, and Ramirez in there as well. That's just a gain of 1.
Well, once again, this is a goal line defense Attleboro's playing. They're risking everything.
Yep.
It's working very well. It's a young quarterback in there who's been very good, by the way. You know, basically, he's 3 for 4 throwing the ball, and the 4th one right through his tight end's hands. Trips to the left.
3rd and 8. Again, 6-man front for the Bombardiers. Here they all come. Swing pass left. Breaks a tackle in the backfield, and a first down. What a play, King Phillip. Looked like it was going to be a 1-yard loss. Bounced out of the tackle. The tackler hit, but did not wrap.
Boy, did Kyle Abbott make a play there. That should have been a loss, and it ends up a 13-yard gain.
And remember, folks, when Rudy...
Was that a lateral?
No, I think that was a forward pass.
That was a forward pass.
And again, when Rudy Gately, their starting tailback, was healthy, Abbott had trouble getting on the field and getting any carries. Wow.
It just shows how good the backfield is.
Yep,
They're 4 for 5 throwing for 45 yards in the 5th throw. That was a nice hit. By the way, that ball was out in front of him.
Yeah, 13-yard gain, and it could have been a 1-yard or no gain.
Yeah.
And Mike, I had my notes. I have no idea what happened.
They just ran that once again right up the middle from the left side, trying to see which running back it was. He's going off the field, number 25.
28.
No, it was 25 that time.
Oh, okay.
6 yards, so that's William Astorino. 56 yards unofficially and 8 carries. By the way, I'm going blind, fans, so if I get the one, it's either Abbott or Astorino most of the time.
Yeah. So it is 2nd and 4 at the 29 of the Bombardiers.
Here's your 8-man line. I formation.
Yeah.
They're going to, once again, fullback's going to lead.
That's Astorino.
Oh, they give it to the fullback. And he dives to the right.
And again, Attleboro trying to strip that ball out. Astorino still moving forward. He's all the way to the 20-yard line. A 9-yard gain.
Wow. Well, when you have that big guy, the big right tackle, get in there and start pushing from behind. I mean, back in the day, until the Rose Bowl in 2005, that was illegal.
Right.
And now it's a big part of every offense. And you get big offensive linemen rumbling from behind, smacking into the pile. It moves it.
So King Phillip, clock moving, 8:47, 8:46, 14-7 lead, and suddenly they're only 20 yards away from the Attleboro end zone.
9-man line again, 8-man line again.
9th play of the drive.
Nothing
Hit
there.
it, backfield ball is loose, but Kilroy, the quarterback, jumps on it. Fumble was caused by Tatro.
Yes.
And that was Abbott on the fumble.
How many yards do they lose there, Paul?
It was at the 20. They're setting it at the 24, -4. And that goes against Kilroy, unfortunately.
Well, how can it go against the other guy fumbled? I mean,
All right.
You got to give it to Abbott. I mean, it's not the,
Okay.
Was it Abbott 28 or
Yep.
was it 28?
1, 2,
It
3,
was 28.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10th play of the drive coming up.
They have unofficially 227 yards rushing here in the fourth quarter. Now they've split out to the left, but once again it's the I formation, tight right.
2nd and 14 from the Attleboro 24.
Bootleg.
Gilroy
He missed him again.
breaks the tackle of Haste. Can't get away from Ramirez, though. Taken down in bounds. Wow, Haste forced the play. Ramirez finished it. Wow.
That's -5.
And Mike, KP has had 2 plays, a 32-yard touchdown run and a 46-yard touchdown run against that goal line defense. Otherwise, their trickery has not fooled a very well-coached Attleboro team.
Well, they've done a great job. I mean, Attleboro's done an absolutely terrific job. I was just going to say before these last 2 runs,
Hold on 1
KP's
second.
up at
3rd and 20. Go ahead.
Yeah, 231 yards rushing. They've just gone backwards for 10 yards.
Twins to the right. Pistol formation, which we don't see out of KP much. Right up the middle with Abbott. Tatro makes another hit. And again, Tatro, Mike, he's 6'3", 183. He was playing both offense and defense, but we're in the Hockomock League now. He's playing defense only, and he's had a hell of a night tonight.
They gained nothing. That was Abbott, right?
Yep.
They gained nothing.
So
last three carries, -4, -6, and 0.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, they're going to try a 47-yard field goal.
On 4th and 20.
Well, it's a big, I mean, if
Yep.
this is good, it's a huge play. It makes it a 2-score game.
Kelly's the kicker. Will LaPlante the holder. Beautiful kick. Might
Off-
be a little
it's off.
left. It is missed to the left. And the Bombardiers have held. They're down a touchdown with 6:10 to go. A 12-play drive and a 17-play drive have come up empty for KP in this game, and the Bombardiers have a chance. So that was...
If Attleboro wins this football game, it will be as remarkable as anything I have seen in the 10 years we've worked together. I am so proud of these guys.
The 2 undersized tight ends are in with that double bunch formation. Again, right slot Salviati comes left. They run power left.
Oh, there's a hold.
Rivera goes outside, and there is the flag for the hold.
No, that was very obvious hold.
And that's a tough way to start the drive for the Bombardiers. It was 1st and 10 from the KP, from their own 30.
Was Abbott playing right defensive end there? Or number 22 is the mystery man.
Yeah.
And he almost got his shirt pulled off.
Yeah, no number 22 in the program.
Okay, the mystery man.
I wonder if it's David Constantine, who's listed as number 2. That's got to be Constantine.
Okay.
Kantov wore number 2 for 3 years as a varsity starter. He's playing on Saturdays at cornerback now. So that's 22's got to be David Constantine.
Well, I wanted Kantov. I thought URI should have been looking at him. That hurts, boy.
So did you give Rivera any credit on the carry?
No.
No. Oh, they called that hold behind the line of scrimmage. No, they didn't. Line of scrimmage is the 30, now it's the 20.
Yeah.
First down, 20 yards to go, Bombardiers. 5:59 on the clock. Trailing by 7. Rivera is not going to get much there. I think Cisse, and who's 25? Astorino was in there. Cisse was in there as well. Well, that's brave. Hey, guys, 1st and 20. Let's get a good first down. What do you say we run at Cisse?
It didn't work.
Yeah, come on. Sean King's not in the game today. What's the worst that could happen? Number 67 is in for KP. Robert Casper, 6'2", 285 in that Sean King position.
This has been Harvey's already made one great throw today. We got trips to the right, split left.
Yep, halfback to the
Here
left
comes
of
the
Harvey.
blitz.
Wow.
They're coming after him.
Hard for the right side. Harvey off the back foot. has a receiver open on the right. That's Pantages. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be about 3rd and 10.
He has completed 4 balls in a row now. And that's for the last 4 balls he completed for 50 yards, a touchdown, and the first down.
Wow. And he started off 1 for 5 for 8 yards.
Yes, he did. And Harvey had a very tough first half, and he had a very tough game last week. But he hung in there, and that blitz was right down his throat, and he stepped right into that throw. You know, they only leave 4 guys back there on defense, so you got to have a good open field tackle made, which was made. Pantages is dangerous.
3rd and 11. Constantine and LaPlante are the wide corners. And they're going to Salviati up the left. Salviati makes the catch. He's out of bounds at the 45 of King Philip. It was 1st and 20 from the 20-yard line. Hell, 2nd and 20.
47-yard line.
Convert on 3rd and 11.
That's a 24-yard gain.
Salviati catching the ball at its highest point. So they're marking it at the 47, the plus 47.
So it's a 24-yard gain.
Wow.
Perfectly thrown ball. It's a fade pattern, a very hard ball to throw. Defender is covering inside out. It just got over the defender's hands.
Yep, that's LaPlante, yep.
And once again, Salviati, he always comes down running. He's a really good athlete.
Pantages goes in motion left to right. They run Rivera that way. Rivera gets to the edge of the wide side of the field. Again, a huge collision. Get up, KP player. That's number 11 for KP on the hit, Carson Meyer. 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 6? He's at the 43 of KP.
Just inside the 43. It's 5.5. I mean, you can call it one or the other.
Yep. So the Bombardiers, 4:41 to go. Clock stops as he went out of bounds. KP 14, Attleboro 7. Wow.
Anthony Salviati just checked out. McKenna's out here to the wide with Pantages.
In the slot, yep.
Slot, they're going to run off right tackle.
Number 15 is in. Oh! Hopping to the left and then going to the right off the block of Malachi Jefferson. He has been playing tight end. He played H-back there. Mike, he's undersized, but he plays football.
Yes, he does.
Nice run, Salviati.
No, that's Rivera made that run.
No, it was it?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was Rivera, number 7. And I don't know how he got back to the line of scrimmage.
I hate it when Mike's right.
Just every once in a while.
Yeah. 3rd and 5. Another big 3rd down play.
Number
for
9.
The Bombardiers.
We don't know what number 9 means from the KP bench.
Yes.
Trips
Back
to the left.
Back to pass. Heavy rush. Harvey spins to the left.
No, he just threw it away.
And are we going to have a flag here?
There's nobody in the zip code.
Yep. But he's outside the tackle box. I guess NFHS uses the pro rule now.
Boy, did we get away with a hold on that play.
Wow.
Our left tackle.
And I believe that pass rush was by, if it wasn't, no, that was 28 in a defensive end. Linebacker Kyle Abbott.
Yeah.
He's tired.
And he was held.
Yep. 4th and 5 for the Bombardiers. They're going to have to go for it. 3:54 to go. This drive started at their own 30. A penalty brought them back to the 20. Now they're at the KP 42.5. 4th and 5.
Press coverage on both wideouts again.
Trips to the left. That's the wide side. Harvey's back to pass. Big rush. Intercepted by Astorino down the left sideline. Huge collision.
Saw it all the way.
Wow, what a collision with Tatro. Okay. Jaden Tatro, Jaden, you got to get a bit lower, too. Boy, does he like to hit people. Tremendous interception on the 4th and 5 play by Will Astorino.
They completely changed the defense on the snap of the ball.
Wow.
And the linebackers spread out, and the corners came up, and he never saw him.
Yeah.
Never saw him. He came inside out. It was like he was the receiver. And that is a backbreaker with 3:46 to go.
And Mike, again, how KP is that? A defense they haven't used much all day, they go to on a 4th and 5. Hoping to confuse the other team's quarterback. And darn the luck it
Their
works.
defense is just so good every year.
And who's that defensive coordinator?
Matt Wassel, and they never lose composure, even when they make mistakes. Straight T.
So KP with
two tights.
3:46 to go. First and 10 at the Bombardier 47.
Fullback to the left.
Astorino breaks a couple of tackles, still on his feet. There's another one of those rugby scrums, or rook.
Is that what they call him, a rook?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Scrum is when they
You've been
restart
telling
a
me that
play.
for 10 years.
Yeah, I know.
I got to learn this by now. And by the way, I did watch the rugby sevens tonight.
Oh, that's the biggest sport on earth, rugby sevens.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
5.5 yards. You got to give him 6
Yeah.
for Astorino. I know he's a good kid and he's a captain. I'm tired of talking about him.
So after the interception, they give it back to him.
That's KP. So, I mean, they play such opportunistic football.
14-7 KP as we approach 3 minutes to go. 2 tight ends, T formation.
1956.
Wow. Goal line defense, 6-man front, Bombardiers. And this time they give to the
Dive
right
right.
halfback on a dive. You know, Mike, have we seen 44 much Nathan Kearney in the second half?
He hasn't been running the ball. He's played a lot of defense.
Has he been out there
Yeah.
in defense? Well, I haven't called his name enough.
No, it's.
Who's the right halfback there who had that
I
catch?
was trying to see who the right halfback was.
He's getting, Number 64 is limping on the line of scrimmage. That's Michael Murphy, only their center, and he's hopping off the field.
Yep.
Wow.
I don't know who. I've got to give somebody 4 yards on that carry, or 3 yards on that carry. I don't know who it was. I don't think it was Astorino.
Nope. Timeout on the field. We got to get a spot in. We'll be right back after this on AACS 15 Sports.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Third and 1.
Welcome back to AACS. That was Kearney playing right halfback. He had that last carry, so
Ball
he has been out there.
Just inside the left hash mark.
A player that good, I should be calling his name more.
Is that a new center in there now?
It's got to be. Well, they did take a timeout.
Yeah.
We'll see if he's back.
Fullback left, first down.
And it's a first. Whoa! I think Fort Progress is going to have it.
Oh, he's got it anyway.
Definitely. So on a 3rd and 1 for KP. 53, is that a new player? Nope. 53 is the left tackle. Attleboro calls timeout. Ball moves from the 39 to the 30. I'm sorry, from the 38 to the 35. Okay.
3-yard gain.
1st and 10. Timeout. We'll keep it right here.
I assume that was Astorino. I'm having trouble reading the numbers. I assume it was Astorino.
There's number 52 who's not on the program, who's now out there with KP, so I'm going to assume number 52 for KP has gone in at center, but again, he's not in our program. If it is him, it's Jackson Fornash. Well, no, 52's not in the program, so it can't be Jackson Fornash.
No, this kid's not. Jackson Fornash is listed at 5'9",
Right,
170.
exactly. He's not.
This kid's 200-pounder
Yeah.
plus.
So 1st and 10 for KP.
8-man
2:41
line,
to go.
I formation, ice right. What a hit by 22, Loco.
Lako. Although Lako has been called Loco on occasion, Mike.
He plays Loco. Boy, that was a great hit.
Wow.
No gain.
Ramirez in there as well, and another timeout for the Bombardiers. We'll try to sneak this break in.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 26 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers. From oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks, Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Welcome back. By the way, the Attleboro cheerleaders won another tournament last spring, Mike. Here it is, 2nd and a long 9. T formation. Kilroy under center, gives it to the fullback straight up the middle. Again, 8 men in the line, forcing the defense to defend 9 gaps. They've popped 2 plays this way, and other than that, Attleboro's defense has stood tall.
Was that Astorino again, or was that Abbott? I'm going to give it to Abbott.
Abbott's coming off the sideline, so I think that was Astorino.
Okay. He got 2 yards.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, fans, our grandfather played for Dartmouth in 1903 before they legalized the forward pass. And you had 4 downs to go 5 yards.
Right, exactly.
And this is 1903 football.
Yes. Grandpa, they played in the first game ever held at Harvard Stadium.
And they beat the Harvard.
For the first time in Dartmouth history, they
Only
beat Harvard.
22 losses in a row.
Yeah, 11-5 Dartmouth won. Grandpa had 2 drop kicks.
Uh-oh.
Abbott almost breaks away, but Salviati makes the saving tackle.
We got to take the last time out.
And pulling on that play was number 53, Luke Danson, or at least kicking out. He's the left tackle. 4th down, 4 yards to go. 1:22 left. And another timeout. Oh, clock is moving. Sorry. 1:15.
They didn't call a timeout. Yep. Are they out of timeouts? I might have missed one. They must be out of timeouts.
So that was a 4-yard gain.
They're just waiting. The coach is standing next to the linesman on the far side. So they're going to be – KP's going to be calling a timeout here on 4th and a long 4. Yep. There's your timeout with 54 seconds to go.
Wow. For Attleboro, again, new head coach is Jim Winters. Tom Burns, the defensive coordinator. Chris Rushello handles the defensive backs. Justin Boyd's on the staff. A.J. Hoos, defensive line coach. Mike Whitfield helps with the offense. John Ribeiro, Daniel Starkey helps with the offensive line. Starkey, remember, was Winters was on the college Winters played at SMU, UMass Dartmouth.
That's right.
That staff. Alan Foster, Gene Fitzgerald is on there as well. For KP, Brian Lee, the head coach, completely turned the Warriors program around. Matt Wassel, an incredible defensive coordinator. Sean Hill came over from Nichols College and Central Mass football before that as the offensive coordinator. They've got too many assistants to list. The head director of football operations is Rich Harwood. Works for the same company you do, Mike.
And by the way, if you have anybody who has any special needs, Rich Harwood, that's his specialty in financial planning.
Yep.
The guy is good. Is as good there as he is here.
Yeah.
And by the way, I wanted to tell a quick story about Brian Lee, who was so distraught after the first 3 years of his program. He went to the former assistant principal, Billy Rice, who'd been the AD when he was hired.
Yeah.
And Billy said, you're turning it around, just give it one more year. And they've been winning 90% of the games ever since.
4 Super Bowls in the last 6 years. 4th and 4, 2 tight ends, 2 fullbacks, 1 tailback.
Goal line defense.
Ball is stripped out. Kilroy picks it up and is taken down short of the first down. Another big play by Salviati. I believe Fitzgerald caused the fumble. Attleboro ball with 46 seconds to go. Wow. Almost an incredible play by Kilroy, but Anthony Salviati made the play.
Well, it's obvious, KP, what they decided to do is they just want to win this game and get out of here.
Yeah.
And when you play an entire game with your defense within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, that is unheard of in the 21st century. Hell, that was unheard of in the 20th century.
Yes. And again, KP, 35 points against BC High, 42 points against Needham, 19 points against Xaverian, 26 points against Taunton, 14 against Attleboro in the attacking defense of Jim Winters. Here it is, Attleboro with just 46 seconds on the clock, deep in their own end. Harvey over the middle, heavily rushed.
He had to get that off.
Incomplete, trying to hit Ramirez. Cisse's in there. And come on. Cisse was there. Is that 26 or 28? If it's 20, no, I think that's 28. Abbott was in there. That's 28.
I've got Harvey 6 for 13 for 72 yards, but he's really hung in there very well tonight against a great D.
Attleboro 2nd down and 10. They're at their own 20. Are we calling that the 28 or the 27? We'll call it the 27.
41 seconds to go. What's the hold up with the ref? What is going on?
Miranda is the center. The guards are Haste and Fitzgerald. The tackles are Gray and Huntington.
Twins left and twins right.
Yep.
Shotgun. set back to the right. He's got to pick up who's ever coming in. And
Yes.
now.
And that's Rivera who does that. Excuse me.
Oh,
yeah,
they
Rivera.
just changed the clock to 44 seconds. That's
Okay.
what it was.
All right. And one thing again, Rivera listed at 5'7", 147. He is a good pass blocker when he stays in, picking up blitzers.
Oh, he's a football player through and through.
Yeah. Harvey looking for the shotgun snap from Miranda. KP with a huge playing off the
Oh,
men.
my goodness.
Harvey runs to the
Finally,
left.
first sack. He had no chance. They blitzed off their left side,
Bobluski.
which forced him back to his left, and he got swallowed up. And it's a minus 7-yard sack.
That's the safety, Bill Bobluski, coming up. And then Attleboro spikes the ball on second down.
That spikes the ball on third down.
Third down, excuse me.
Yeah.
So Bill Bobluski, a 5'11", 175-pound sophomore.
They've played at least 5 sophomores in this game.
Yeah.
You don't see KP playing sophomores that much.
Yeah.
26 seconds to go now.
So the ball is at the Attleboro 21.
So it's
That
going to
was a
be
loss of
4th
6.
and 16.
So 3rd and 16 was the spike. 4th and 16, and it all comes down to this with 26 seconds to go. Valiant effort by the Bombardiers. Harvey's the quarterback.
And there's your last KP timeout.
And KP calls timeout. We'll sneak one last timeout in and be right back on the other side on 1320 WARA and AACS 15 TV.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with big brother Michael Healy, Dave Angel on camera, Peter Bray running our graphics, Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. All right, if you're watching at Weather Lane's Restaurant on the big screen TVs, this is Attleboro's last shot. Mike, you know what I always think in these situations. Hook and ladder.
Right.
Harvey back to pass. Oh, just misses. Hitting Ramirez, and it's a turnover on downs. I'm sure KP and Coach Lee will do the classy thing and run out the clock. What an afternoon or evening on Friday night. KP's going to come away with a 14-7. Another hard-fought game between the Warriors and the Blue Bombardiers. Whoops. I will turn your mic on, huh?
There we go. It just keeps falling apart here.
I'll fix that tonight. I trust
Okay, whatever the case may be, the Blue Bombardiers ended up with 6
you don't
for
expect me
14
to use
thrown.
the bad microphone, do
Of
you?
course not. You're much better. You're much better at this than I am. That's for sure. 72 yards passing by Matt Harvey. Yes, he had an interception, but he also had a magnificent touchdown pass. Gutsy quarterbacking all night. Aiden Rivera, 16 carries unofficially for 65 yards. I've got Ethan Loico for 3 for 7, and Anthony Salviati 2 for 11. That's game time. They're letting the clock run out. They took a knee, and there's 2 classy programs. You got to tip your hat to KP. Another heartbreaking loss for the Blue Bombardiers, but they're a serious team. You know what's crazy, Paul?
Yep.
They could lose every game of the league this year and go out and play just about anybody else and beat them.
Well, they're going to beat Stoughton next week.
Yeah.
But again, Mike, those points, the points that this team had put up against other squads, their lowest scoring game was 19 against Zavarian.
Yes.
Attleboro held them to 14. 35 against Division I BC, 42 against Needham, 26 against Taunton, and a 26-24 victory. Bombardiers held them to 14. Coach Jim Winters and you, the fans, should be very proud of this Bombardier team. Any other stats you want to throw at us?
KP, William Astorino, and once again, I kept getting him and Abbott confused. So I've got Astorino for 12 carries, 74 yards, and a 32-yard touchdown. And then I've got Abbott for 19 carries for 95 yards. Had a big 17-yard first down, a big 46-yard touchdown. I mean, Attleboro's defensively just said, we're playing goal line defense the whole game.
Yep.
I know it's against a sophomore quarterback. By the way, Thomas Kilroy with 9 carries for actually the 10th carry, recovered a fumble for
Yep.
45 yards, was 4 for 5 throwing for 45 yards. Never played a varsity game in his life.
Wow.
And this is a team they were missing their great two-way nose guard offensive
King.
lineman. They're missing one of the
Gately.
Gately, and they have this great system. They're so well coached. You got to tip your hat to King Philip Warriors. But Attleboro is good.
Yes.
And I know this is a very tough loss, and this is very encouraging. I think everybody's healthy.
Yep.
And next week do we have Stoughton?
Yes, we have Stoughton next
I
week.
will be here.
Yes, you will, Michael.
All right.
All right. All right, I'm Paul Healy. He's Michael Healy. Dave Angel on camera, Peter Bray on graphics, who wants to start taking the equipment apart. I can tell because he's standing behind me. He started to take the equipment apart. Jim Jones is the engineer in charge. We're out of time. One more time. King Philip, 14. Attleboro, 7. Thanks for joining us on AACS 15 Sports and 1320 WARA.
Good night.
Are you looking for meal options for you and your family? Consider Rico's Subs and Pizza on Route 1 in North Attleboro. Open since 1971 and a proud sponsor of high school sports in the Attleboro area. Rico's cooks up